Hi all, I'm Pramod Gupta and I welcome you to my YouTube channel Data My Passion. So today we are going to talk on supervised machine learning. So in my last video, I have covered what is machine learning systems. So if you have not watched that video till yet, you can find the link in the description section of this video. So today let's talk on supervised machine learning technique. So before that, let me tell you that there are four types of machine learning system. First, supervised. Second, unsupervised. Third, semi-supervised. And fourth, reinforcement learning. So in today's video, we are going to focus on supervised machine learning technique. So what is supervised machine learning? It is a machine learning task in which the label output is provided along with the input set of features or predictors. So in order to understand supervised machine learning, let me take an example of a real time machine learning problem statement. So suppose I want to predict whether an employee will reach to office today on time or not. So that is my problem statement, whether an employee will reach on time to the office or not. Okay, so in order to predict that problem statement, I have to first gather the information or data from the different system or from different employees. Okay, so I have to collect all those data. So in order to predict whether a particular person will reach on time or not, I have to first gather the features or a factor which actually affect. So the first factor could be traffic on the road. That will be your first factor. If you have a heavy traffic on the road, you will not definitely reach to office on time. Whether there is a availability of public transport easily, like train available on time or not. If the train is available, you will reach on time. If it is not available, you have to go by road, it will take some time, right? If there is any strike, so that is the third feature. If there is any strike of public transport like auto strike or taxi strike. And fourth feature could be whether there is a rain today or not. So these are the four factors, or you can call them as a feature which actually affect your output, whether you will reach on time or not, right? So here what we are doing, we are giving a training observation along with an example. So with that example, your machine learning model can actually learn, okay, under a supervision, right? This we called as a supervision, and that is why we call that as a supervised machine learning problem, because you are, along with the feature, you are also giving a output, expected output, which machine learning can easily understand. So you collect thousands of data and feed to your machine learning model, and machine learning model can understand it, and then based upon that understanding, whenever a new data comes for prediction, based upon those attribute or feature, it actually predicts those output, right? So in supervised machine learning problem, we have two kind of problem. First is regression and second one is classification. So you can see this is a regression type of problem in which your target variable is a continuous numerical variable, and in a case of classification problem, you have yes or no type of problem. So we are going to see them in detail. Okay, so first one is regression problem. Okay, so you can see it here. You have I have given a data set here, and this particular problem is like predict the base pay of an employee. Okay, so you can see we have these many columns in a data set. We have employment ID, employee name, job title, department, age, qualification, and using these 6 columns, we have to predict a base pay, which is a target variable for us. So this is a column which we want to predict for an unknown data set for us, right? So if we talk about this employee ID and employee name, we cannot take that as a feature, because when we say feature, the feature should be the one which actually affect your output. So employee ID, so this is a system generated ID which will not actually impact your output, that is base pay, right? Similarly, employee name also does not impact your does not affect your base pay, right? So based upon your name, nobody can pay you the money, right? So these two features are not actually the feature for this machine learning problem. But when you say job title, actually job title will affect your base pay. So whatever factor or feature affect your output variable, that will be qualified to call as a feature. So job title would be a one feature Department also could be second feature. Age also affect your base pay, and qualification definitely affect your base pay, right? So these are the four feature which actually affect your target variable, which is a base pay. And in case of regression problem, the target variable is a continuous numerical variable. Okay, so there are few other names also. So when we say feature, we call them features, we call them independent variable, sometimes we call them predictors. So three names for one particular thing. Okay, so feature, independent variable, and predictors. Similarly, for this target variable, also we call them a dependent variable, also response variable. So three names for this target variable as well. And in case of regression, as I already mentioned, it is a continuous variable. So few use cases I would like to give for the regression type of problem in order to understand. So predict a salary of an employee. Okay, so that could be a regression problem, because salary is a continuous numerical variable which you want to predict. So that is your regression problem. Predict house price, predict price of a car, predict sales. So these are example of or use cases of a regression type problem. ML models. So what are the different ML model available today which can be used to solve a regression problem? So we have so many ML model available to solve regression problem. Few of them I have listed here, like linear regression, lasso regression, ridge regression, K neighbors regression, support vector regression, extra trees regression, AdaBoost, decision tree, random forest, and gradient boosting. There are many more apart from this. I have mentioned few of them here. Okay, so these were all about regression type of supervised machine learning technique. Now let's move to the classification part. So again, in classification, this is a data set I have given. Okay, this is to predict whether a bank will approve a loan or not. So as I mentioned, in a classification type of problem, the target variable is yes or no type. Okay, whether should I approve it or not approve it. So we have these many features. ID, as I mentioned, ID is just a sequence generated number. It will not affect output anyway. So we will not take that as a feature. But if you take example of gender, whether a particular person own a car or not, whether he own a reality or not, whether how many children he has, what is the total annual income, and so these many features you consider, these many features you feed to a machine learning model, and it will going to learn this as an output. Okay, so these are the output which is mentioned. So any employee whose gender is male, who own a car and who has a flat, he does not have a children, and have a monthly income of around this much, 427k annually. Okay, and having this working status, education should be higher education, civil marriage, and rented apartment. So these many feature, bank will approve his loan. That is one example. Similarly, with these so many thousands of example, machine learning model will learn. So these many, so if employee have these features, what bank has done in the past with that particular application, right? So that's how machine learning model will read or learn these examples which we provide as a historical information to model. It will read those or learn those information, do some modeling around it, and then for a new unknown data, whenever you feed unknown data with these attributes like a male or whether he own a car or not, and all these features, if you provide that, then model will tell you whether a bank will approve it or not. Based upon bank's past behavior, your model will tell you in reality whether what will happen. So that's how we are giving a machine learning model a supervision, like with this example, what has been done in the past, and that's how machine learning model learn. Okay, so again, in this case, your target variable is categorical in nature, and that's why we called that as a classification type of problem in machine learning. Few use cases example is predict churn of a customer, whether customer will leave us or not, customer will churn or not, predict whether a loan should be approved or not, predict whether team will win or lose, deal win or lose, predict whether customer will pay next bill or not. So again, yes or no type of question. And again, this is a binary classification problem I have showed you, but we can have a multi-class classification as well. I mean, when your output is more than 2, say for example, if you want to classify a digit classifier, right, you have 0, 1, 2, 3 till 9. So you have 10 digits, so you have 10 classes. So it can be called as a multi-class classification problem. So you have that part as well in your supervised machine learning. Okay. Few machine learning model which we use in order to solve the classification supervised machine learning problem. We widely use this regression, logistic regression model, k-nearest classifier, support vector classifier, extra trees classifier, AdaBoost classifier, decision tree, random forest, gradient boosting classifier, CatBoost, XGBoost classifier, light GBM classifier, and there are many more models which actually use for classification supervised problem. So I hope you understood what is supervised machine learning problem. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel, like my video, and if you have any comment, please do the comment. I will reply. I will put my response, and once you do that, it will give me motivation to create new videos for you, and it actually help us, and it will also help your friends if you share them these videos. It will be definitely great help for them, and they will learn data science, which is really a good technology to learn, right? So I would say thank you for having your time here. Thanks a lot.